the technical guy thought that it's not gonna work, and he wanted me to change almost everything. And I stand and I say, no, I really know what I want, and we're gonna do this exactly like this because that's what I want to show.
Got a lot to say, packed it up and wrote it down and it's on the way. It's never been my thing, but felt the need for impact in the lines I sing. Cause I'd like to.
Good day, filmmaker Anne Thorens. Anne, how are you today?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm well. Thanks so much for joining me here. I'm so excited. When I saw on Shorts of the Week that you had hit their biggest video viewed ever, I think 50 million, I was like, wow, I really want to talk with you. That must have been exciting, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is really. I am very grateful, in fact, because I could not expect something like this. It's a huge number. And I was hoping for maybe 10,000 views when I was on the Short of the Week, but nothing like this.
Wow. It's amazing. So how did you get your start? Did you always know that you were going to be this huge filmmaker, or is it something that just evolved over time?
Oh, I don't know. I started my career as a comedian, and I didn't thought about shooting anything. I started as a child in musicals, in fact, and after a few years, I was a bit frustrated because I'm not that good in singing, and also I really prefer drama from musicals.
Right.
So I started to work in short films, but as a woman, most of the time you don't have anything to play. It's small roles and it's nothing really interesting. So I started to write my own stuff with the idea to play in them. But when I had the opportunity to shoot Diagonale, my first film, I didn't want to play in it because it was hard enough to start and to start directing. So I wanted to focus on it. And I discovered that I really, really enjoy to direct more than playing, in fact. So I think I'm not gonna play in any of my films because I don't care anymore about that. I love to play for others, but I really discovered something with directing, and that's how I started.
That's interesting. So do you find that somebody who's interested in the arts does have that sort of multi-talented functionality? Do you think more people in theater could be successful directing? Is it just like a gene that you have, or is there some other explanation that you think of why that specifically directing came to you?
It's a good question. I have no idea, in fact, because I had this confidence when I was directing that I don't have when I play, and I don't know why. Like it was my first time, and it was not that easy because it's like with nudity and a long take and stuff like that.
Right.
It was not the easiest to do, but also I had difficulties with my crew. One of the technical guy thought that it's not gonna work, and he wanted me to change almost everything. And I stand and I say, no, I really know what I want, and we're gonna do this exactly like this because that's what I want to show. Same when it came to choose which take I will use for the movie. Everybody told me like you should take this one because the guy is more aggressive and it's more powerful. And I said no, because I don't care. In fact, like if it's just regular rape, so something violence that we saw all the time, I don't care. So that's why I'm not gonna listen to you and choose this take. But really, I don't know why I feel this confidence with directing. And maybe if you try a lot of things, you're gonna find the one where you feel good.
Wow, what an answer! Because that really explains a lot in the film, which I am excited to talk with you about. Do you feel like some of that just was gender based, that people felt like, oh, I can tell her what she needs to do because she's a female director?
Maybe, I'm not sure. Also, it was my first time, and it was
Right.
not the first time for the rest of the crew. So there could be a lot of explanation in it. But yes, maybe. Most of the time, I'm pretty lucky with my crew. I worked with really amazing people, but sometimes, you find somebody and it's not working. So, but it's okay if you able to just know what you want.
Wow. So definitely urge people to watch the film before listening. If you haven't watched, if you're not one of the 50 million that have watched it already, go watch it. It's very moving, and I really think your explanation about, like, it would almost be a little bit cliche if it had gone the way that people wanted it to go, and you chose to go like a
Yeah.
different way, and it made it so much more powerful, because I think it's something that more people could relate to, as like something that may happen a lot more often. I was just blown away by it. How did you decide? Like, it's so powerful that you chose that with all those different elements on your first time directing. Where did that come? I mean, and like, how did that happen?
That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted to people to be able to think, oh, it could be me, or maybe I've done that before, or I've been through this kind of stuff. Because as a woman, we unfortunately often experience pressure during intimate relations. Sorry, and I wanted to show this. I wanted people to watch the film and be able to think, yeah, shit, it could have been me. So for
Right.
both of them, in fact, I didn't want it something only for the woman, but for both of them. And I think it worked because I did travel with this film in festivals, and I always get the same reactions. Women came to me and they thank me, and a lot of them tell me that they have lived some stuff like this. And some men are even questioning me, telling me some very intimate stories about their experiences, and asking me if I think it's a rape or an abuse they committed. I cannot answer that, of course, but I think it works in a place like this. And that's exactly what I wanted. I want to make this film like a question, not an answer. I don't want to judge anybody. It's more like questioning of vision about the relationship between men and women.
Amazing. So was there an intimacy coordinator on the set? Like, how would you recommend that like filmmakers go about doing this? Do you have any advice for filming things like this?
Yes, I didn't have anybody for that. I did it myself. If I have to make this film again, I will ask somebody else to do this also. But I was really concerned about it because as an actress, I did this kind of scenes also, and it was really awful. It can be traumatizing. So I really wanted my actors to be safe. So we took a lot of time. We talk a lot, or the of us, and also we practice a lot. I spent time with them, and we worked with 2 layers of underwear so they will not be naked during the practice. And they had time together to talk and choose together what it's okay, what it's not, where to stop. And also, above all, we coordinated the scene. There is no improvisation at all. Everything is coordinated, so she will not be, taken by surprise.
Wow. Wow. And this is incredible. So is there any advice that you would give male directors trying to go about something like this? Just basically what you said, like, just really listen, really give space, that kind of thing would be the advice that you would give for a male director or even a female director that may not know about the kind of, it may not have had the experiences you've had?
Yeah, I think for both of them. Yes, I think listen is really important, but it's not enough. You have to define limits together. So if you say to your actors, like, just go for it, show me what you can do, it's not going to work, because it's you're not able to play if you're worried about yourself and your body and what the other one gonna think. It's not gonna work. So you have to talk the three of them and define together what is gonna works for them. So and also I think during the shots to take the time to just listen to them. Are you okay? Can we continue? Do you need the break? Stuff like that.
Wow. I'm just blown away just by the thoughtfulness that you've put into this. And I really hope the people listening, that there's somebody out there that sort of decides to do things this way, just from listening to you and knowing that being thoughtful is the way to go. So like I said, this was Short Versus top ranked video, 50 million views. Do you view this as a viable way forward financially, as like a financial model for you to put like shorts out there? It gets viewed by a ton, you get your own production company going, that kind of thing. Like, is that sort of a model of that you see that could work for you?
Yes and no, because the Shot of the Week is not my channel, so I don't make any money with these views. But I'd put Diagonale on. If I put Diagonale on my channel, I will not have so many views. So it's a game. But I don't think you can make money with short film, and that's a pity. But you have to pay for festivals and everything like this. So it's you don't get money, but you can start in the business. And of course, Diagonale helped me to be able to continue, because I didn't make any school arts. So this film is like my guarantee to commission, to show that I'm able to direct and to keep on going. So yes and no.
Okay. Wow. So you have joint Swiss and French citizenship. Can you talk a little bit about filmmaking in the region and what people should know? Does Cannes dominate sort of the discussion in the area, or is that sort of like some other world type of thing? Like, what can you tell people about the area that you're in terms of filmmaking?
I work especially in Switzerland, and it's a very small country, and we don't have a big cinema industry, so it's hard to get enough money to be able to do bigger films. But I think that Swiss films are getting better and better, and I hope it's continue to be like this. So I hope to be able to continue. And also there is less competition because we're not so many to do movies. So over the years, everyone gets to know each other. So it helps also to be able to work. And I did work in France, but only as an actress. But maybe for my next film, I will work in France too.
Do in like Switzerland, is there a big government involvement in terms of the films that are made, like in terms of funding, or is there the ability to raise money to make your films on your own, or is it something that you have to depend on the government to help with?
It depends what you want to do. I did Diagonale by myself because I was helped by friends and Imagine a Studio, who thought it's going to be a good project. So they trust me, but they didn't have to. So they helped me with people and cameras and stuff like this. But if you want to do a bigger film, of course you can do it by yourself with your friends. But like, you cannot ask your people in this industry to always work for free. I think we need to get paid. So you have to go through commissions to get the money. And most of the time in Switzerland, we asked to production in other countries to work with us. So we do a collaboration with France or Belgium to be able to do a feature.
And I imagine that one of the things about it is that you're not able to film a film like Diagonale with like government assistance. Like I can't imagine sitting down with a bureaucrat in Switzerland and being like pitching that project and then being like, yeah, I'm gonna fund that. You know what I mean? Like, so
Yeah.
I feel like the true artists almost need to go on their own.
I didn't even try, in fact, because it was my first one. I had
Right.
nothing to show. It's too short. And as you say, I would not even try.
So what's next for you, Anne? Is there a feature film in the works? I hope so. And I hope I'm able to see it first, Anne.
Yeah, me too. I did 3 other shorts, and now I'm working, in fact, yes, on my first feature.
Yeah.
It's a co-production with Belgium, and we expect to shoot it in winter 25.
Okay, awesome. I can't wait. So and it sounds like you can't wait either. It's like the dream, right? Like you've achieved like having a short success and like way more than anyone could ever expect. 50 million. I mean, that's just mind-blowing to think about. And now you're moving on to what everyone dreams about doing. So that's awesome, man.
Yeah, I'm really happy. I can't wait.
So the Filmmakers Podcast, love hyping other people's projects. I'm so curious what you might think of as an indie film or indie filmmaker that you wish more people knew about.
Oh, yeah. I was a jury just now for an Indian festival, Deco Film Festival. Yeah, and I did looked at some amazing projects also from all over the world. So I think you have to go to festivals to find some great stuff that people you've never heard before. It's a good way to start, and I try to most of the time when I have the time. And also, as I told you, in Switzerland we have really good new filmmakers that you should watch, like the movie OLGA from Elie Grappe, who was in Cannes a few years ago, and The Land Within from Fisnik, and also Last Dance from Delphine, Lehericey, or the work of Carmen Jacquet. We have some really good stuff here, and I think you should take a look because it doesn't travel a lot outside of Europe.
Wow, this has been an eye-opening conversation, and I appreciate hearing your perspective. Congratulations on all your success of the films, and please come back when you have your feature made and it starts screening.
Oh yeah, thanks to you. It would be really with pleasure. Thank you so much for listening.
I felt the need for impact in the lines I see.